right. Okay. Hey, Nicole, I'm speaking to you from Toronto, Canada. How are you today?
Great. How are you? How's Toronto?
Yeah, Toronto's good. The weather is warm after this interview. I'm going to go for another walk. I mean, it's been amazing. So I'm not complaining. All good.
Love it.
Congratulations on this. I really, really enjoyed it. So my first question is, are you kind of pro art world, or are you really into like taking digs at it?
I'm absolutely pro art world. I mean, I'm in the art world. But I am also a comedian and I also take digs
Right.
at myself. So everything is fair game,
Yeah.
you know. And if I see something that's funny, I'll say it. I'll call it out.
Absolutely. And it's funny because I'm the kind of person who I love art. I mean, I'm pretty open-minded about a lot of things. I watch a lot of movies, a lot of TV, and then love going to art galleries. But I never get it. Like you go to an art gallery and it's like this one red line or whatever it is. Like it's just the simplest thing you could ever see. And people are paying like the billions of dollars for it. Like, what am I missing here?
Um, good salesmanship. I think the same. I think a lot of people feel the same way, right? Like, when the banana sold for $120,000, or when people thought a literal piece of garbage on the floor at an art fair, someone took a picture of it and they made it art. Like, Marcel Duchamp, who did the ready-made art, he took it as an object and he kind of converted it to art
Yeah.
in a way, but he's really people people do it as a joke, like the person who did it, as litter. And so I think it's ripe for, I don't want to say parody because this film is not a parody, but I think it's
No.
ripe for discussion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
No,
there's
that's
an artist recently who was given $85,000 to create, I forget what the assignment was, and he just did a blank canvas and called it "Take the Money and Run." And so, like, everybody gets, he had to pay it back, of course.
yeah.
You know, um, I think a lot of people feel the same way, and I think this movie touches on that.
100%. So tell me a little bit about how the script kind of got into your hands and the evolution of making the film.
Yeah, so I had a production company way back when in New York in like 1997, and I became a silent partner, and then I moved to Los Angeles, comedy, directing, producing, all this stuff. My first
Mhm.
movie came out. After my first movie came out, my producer friends from the company, they called me and they said, "We have a really great script that we think you'll like." And they were right. That was in April of 2019. And then for 2 years, I developed the script with Jonathan Jacobson and just kind of rounded out the characters, made more story turns, put some more little action to it.
Yeah.
And then I was bothering my very good friend Danielle Thomas, who is a partner at Untitled Entertainment, to read the script because I knew she would like it.
Mm.
And little did I know, when I was asked who I thought would be the perfect Patrice
Hmm.
and blurted out Uma Thurman, little did I know that Danielle represented Uma.
Oh my
It,
God, it was
yeah,
in the stars. Wow.
it was in the stars. It took me 24 years in the business to get that kind of synchronicity, but it happened, and
Your
it
patience has paid off, Nicole. Big time. Hey, Thurman, sure, no problem. Well, let's just go
literally
there.
three
Never
weeks
mind.
after it
Yeah,
came out of my mouth, I was sitting down to lunch with Uma, and I was,
like
the
pitching yourself.
yeah, the synchronicity of it all is pretty magical.
Yeah, but not just Uma, like the whole cast is so good. Everybody in this film is good. And to get Uma Thurman on screen to play a role like this, not only opposite Samuel L. Jackson, that big Pulp Fiction reunion, amazing. People are just going to go nuts when they see that, but also to play against her daughter, because obviously Maya has just, made a film with dad.
Yeah.
And oh my God, her and Maya look like identical. Like, honest to God, I'm looking at Uma A has not aged a day, and her and her daughter. But to have that dynamic, and especially to have that dynamic as mom and daughter, obviously, Maya is an amazing actress in her own right. But to have that scene together when they're like yelling at each other, like,
Yeah.
what was it like for you to kind of just watch that evolve?
I mean, it was first to get to work with Uma, right? Like that is a dream because she's just a master. But then when I first got on the phone with Maya, she's so intelligent beyond her years. I
Yeah.
mean, she was 22 at the time, and I had a huge smile on my face because she was like a little Uma in terms of she just she the way she spoke about the text was very similar to the way Uma spoke about it. And I just had a huge smile on my face because I dare I say two peas in a pod, because Maya is her own force to be reckoned with. And I'm so excited to watch her career grow. But watching them play against each other and really feel comfortable enough to, go at each other, I think it's such a I feel really honored that they chose The Kill Room to be their first,
Yeah.
on-screen mother-daughter role, which it's not
Yeah.
really a mother-daughter role. I'm
No, no,
happy
no.
about it. It's a perfect role for them because it's not this like precious mommy-daughter thing.
Yeah, no, it's perfect. It really, really was perfect. And then, look, I've seen Samuel Jackson play a lot of things in my over the years, like no question. I don't think I've ever heard him speak Yiddish before. I mean, that was pretty cool. Now, is it
Yeah.
true in the actual original script, it was not even it was like for this older Jewish man or something? Tell me a
Yes.
little bit about how he came into this.
Yeah, so it was Herschel, and he was 72 years old, and he was a Jewish man who made bialys. And Uma texted me and said, would Sam Jackson be an option for Herschel? And I was like, would Sam Jackson be in a come on. And so we had like a day to rewrite the script, knowing it was going to Sam. I didn't necessarily want him to read that, 72-year-old Jewish man, then go like, why would they send me this? But I had a day to rewrite the script and did it. And we came up with the black dreidel, and
Yeah,
it fits so perfectly. And honestly, the idea of Sam Jackson speaking Yiddish was really fun and funny. And then top of the year in 2022, I got a call from Sam's agent saying he would love to do the script.
amazing, amazing. And
Yeah.
and did Uma have to like, he must have been the two of them must have been so excited to be back together. I mean,
Yeah.
like I
There's
said,
a
it's
lot of hugs,
iconic.
a lot of arms in the air. Just it was really cool. I feel really honored. And there was a particular moment on set when Uma brought the Kill Bill jacket, the yellow,
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
and she let me direct in it. And I was like,
Oh,
you mean to tell me I get to sit here in this chair and ask Sam Jackson to say MFer one more time with this jacket on? Like, are you kidding me?
amazing. Wow. I just got goosebumps. Thank you for
Rare.
sharing that
Yeah,
story. That's
sure.
unbelievable. Wow. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. That's almost as close to the story as once when I was interviewing Sharon Stone and I complimented this $10 million necklace she was wearing in the junket. And she just said, "Oh, would you like to try it on?" And she let me wear it for the interview. Like, hello?
Wow.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bodyguards were going
I,
mental, but that's a
this is
moment.
1999. I could maybe send it to you in the mail if you would like.
Yeah, this is my old Navy necklace. This is what I wear right now. But anyway,
Yeah.
okay, and we have to talk about Joe too, because
Yes.
kudos to you. I think he did such an amazing job. And what I loved about watching him in this film is clearly we've never seen him do anything like this before. He's either in the actions or eye candy. I mean, Mr. Magic Mike. I mean, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
To see past that, Nicole, and go, he's going to be great in this role because a lot of
Yeah.
people wouldn't.
Right. Yeah, I spoke with his agent, and he's like, just let me send you some materials on Joe. And his agent, Carter Cohn, is just an incredible agent. And he was like, just take a look at his stuff. And I saw it all in his reel. Like he had independent films that, for whatever reason didn't see the light of day, but it was all there. Joe's a very deep human being. He is classically trained. He went to Carnegie Mellon. It was all there, and people think it's, it's Joe from Magic Mike and whatnot. And yes, he was in Magic Mike, but I think when you're a fan of someone, and people are fans of Joe from Magic Mike, I
For
think
sure.
there's nothing better than seeing them stretch.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even say Joe was stretching. I think Joe was given an opportunity to play a really well-written, three-dimensional character, and he hit it out of the park. And it was really fun building the character with him. He was tremendous to work
But
with.
does he have any art skills?
Any what?
Art skill, like drawing?
I do think he does. He was really getting into it, but I was like, whoa, that's too good. I had to take our production designer aside and have her talk to the gentleman who was, a classically trained artist.
Yeah.
Who, we had to really it's tough for them to make bad art.
Right.
It's like putting an athlete in a co-ed beer league. Like, they're not gonna just stop crushing it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, 100%, 100%. And the other thing about this film is that, yes, it's a thriller. There's some, stuff that goes, but it's also comedy. Was it hard finding that balance? Because I thought you did a great job at that.
Oh, thank you. No, I think it starts with the script, and then there's just like the layers, right? Like when you're shooting, it's important, not to only get the jokes as jokes, because they might not land. Right. And so just getting varied takes, and then you can build a varied performance in the editing room. At the end, that end scene at the Miami Art Fair, what happens in the back, I don't want to give it away.
Yes.
That was initially written to cut to the audience more, and the audience had like quips like, oh, I've seen this before. And like, it was funnier on the page, but it just didn't work cutting from what was happening inside to a little bit, something that had a little bit more levity. And so that took a long time to, get it right.
Yeah.
So
time. Yeah, it really, really worked really well. So are you already starting to think about your next project? Are you working on that yet, or what's happening?
Oh, yes. I have a script that's out there now. It's called Bulldog Barb. That's more of a straight up comedy, and I'm developing a TV show right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, good for you. Awesome. Well, listen, thank you so much for your time today, Nicole. Like I said, I really, really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was so well done, and I really appreciate your time. So have a great weekend, and thank you.
Amazing. You too. Enjoy your Toronto walk.
I will. Thank you, Nicole. Have a good one. Take care.
Welcome. Take care. Bye.